What's up, guys? Welcome to the world's greatest sports betting show. I'm your host, John Heislop. And with me, as always, the great Matt Modi. What's up, Matt?
What's up, Slop? Doing well, living the dream, as you would say.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I would say that. I'll be honest with you. We have 15 games today, and dude, there's a lot of dingers, like a lot of dingers to be had. I think I might have 4 of them, maybe 5. I'm gonna give out 3 on this show. What about you?
Yeah, well, I have 7-leg round robin, and I have one that I took straight up because FanDuel was some of their odds are ridiculous. So one guy I don't have on FanDuel, the other ones are. But I did notice that Dinger Tuesday was taken away by FanDuel, which that means they know that they're going to get just taken to the woodshed today, which is why they took away Dinger Tuesday.
Holy shit, dude. I didn't even notice that. Yeah. There was no it's Tuesday, isn't it?
It is
like all day.
Yeah, the whole day.
Wow. And there's no, no. I'd never opted in. Usually, I'll be honest with you, I opt in on Mondays, just because that's how I roll. That's you don't have to get ready if you stay ready, and that's just a great example of that.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, either way,
I never opted in, so there's no such thing as Dinger Tuesday anymore.
No, that means that they know they're going to get taken for a ride.
Well, of course, but do people on Twitter know that? Are people mad? I haven't really been on Twitter today, which I will get to Twitter later on.
I also haven't really checked Twitter. I don't check much in the mornings. I'm normally busy just looking at bangers, but people in my Discord are not happy about it. So I'm guessing Twitter is also not happy about it.
I'm going to look that up as soon as I get off of this. That's crazy. So no Dinger Tuesday. I mean, I guess it's getting close to football season, but there's no real reason to do that.
No, unless it's like
have it,
first week of college football. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no that's not a reason to not have Dinger
No,
Tuesday.
it's correct. Yeah.
There's 3 games that are not good. None of them are good, and we're gonna watch every one of them like they are, but they're not.
Right.
And so there's no reason not to have Dinger Tuesday. Okay, so that means there should be a ton of home runs. Yesterday I thought we did really well. Like talking about them, we did really good. Like in my head, I picked 3 guys that were all destined to hit home runs. Unfortunately, no one did at all. None of my guys did.
None of my guys either.
But that's the thing. All right, so I wanted to that's one thing I want to talk about was that's dingers, man. Like, so what happens whenever you miss all of yours? Like, how does that affect you?
A lot mentally. I spend the whole night and my dreams thinking about home runs. Like that's just how it works.
That's me too.
Yeah, I will say I'm not one to make excuses, but if I was gonna make an excuse, it would be that yesterday my brain was basically 90% off. So I really shouldn't be responsible for having my predictions wrong. Again, I'm not making that excuse, but if I were to make an excuse, that's what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm kind of old. I know you probably don't know that, but I'm kind of old. That's happened a million times in my life. So it gets to the point you're just like, all right, you move on to the next day. The thing with dingers are like, all right, so I usually do a milli parlay that honestly never hits because it's like $1 to get a million. I think it's gonna hit one day. Nigel, remember Nigel from Odd Jam? Like, he does not think it's gonna hit ever. Which pisses me off. But here's the thing: it's $1 to get a million. I get it, but I think it's gonna hit one day. So I do that. So that's like $1 out. So start adding up how much I have out on home runs. Then I do a quarter unit on 2 guys straight, and then a half unit on those 2 guys to, in a parlay.
Right.
So like you have a unit out, a unit plus $1.
Yeah.
So whenever you look at it like that, it's kind of like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like there was a unit today, like, because you know what you're betting. You're betting on a guy that's gonna have probably 600 plus plate appearances, and he's probably gonna hit a home run maybe 30 of those times.
Yeah,
you bet on him to hit you've narrowed down the day. Like, so what you're trying to bet on is absolutely insane. And I think we said it yesterday. We are crazy to do it, but at the same time, like, it's very fun. There is no hit of dopamine. Like, healthier hit of dopamine, I think, than a guy hitting a dinger when you have them.
Yeah.
Do you know
It
what I'm
it
saying?
yeah, it feels really, really bad when you go a whole day and don't get a single one right, especially because you're getting the notifications about guys hitting home runs that you don't have. And then, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
Corey
You look,
Seager
yeah, freaking Corey Seager. Yeah. And then you look
twice.
at your, yeah, like I was down 1.25 units yesterday. Like that in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad.
Dude, that means nothing. Like, that's the
Yeah.
thing. That just means literally nothing, less than nothing. Because here's what happens too. You hit the two-legger the next day. So, like, you go from, like, you were ready to jump out of a window one day, and then, like, the next day, you're, like, flushed with cash because
Yeah.
of
Yeah. I mean,
two guys hit. Like, it's such a roller coaster ride. I think that's why I'll always do it forever,
I mean,
like, forever.
yeah, I had the best day I had this year. I was up 18 units. I mean, that'll keep me going for years. 18 units in one day will like mentally keep me going for years.
Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. I know I'm hitting my two-legger that I already sent out to the Dub Club people. Like, they're probably already spending the money. I've got two of the best, and then I'm gonna throw in another one. So we'll talk about three of them from me, and we could probably talk about three of them from you. So that would be six. So if you hit I think we could hit a 6 leg parlay. Like, I don't know what Nigel's gonna say about that when I talk to him later today. But I think a 6-legger is definitely hittable, especially since I don't even have to pick all six. I just gotta do three of them, and you
Yeah,
gotta do three of them. So there's gonna be a day where we both sweep.
correct.
You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a day where we both get reverse swept, but if you're familiar with math, that would probably cost you like $2. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like what you really should be betting on 6-leg dinger parlays, maybe $10 at the most. So I think we're good there. I'm
And then
gonna let you go first.
that's generous of you.
Yeah.
All right. The first guy I'm going to go with is a guy that I know is going to hit home run. So I figured I might as well start with him.
Okay.
Uh,
Smart.
and,
Smart.
and I'm going to go with Rafael Devers to hit a home run. So honestly, you could like between Devers, Duran, and Abreu, you can't go wrong taking one of the three. I like Devers just because he's awesome and he's come through for me a lot. He's going up against Ronel Blanco of the Astros, who loves giving up home runs specifically to left-handed hitters.
Mm-hmm.
12 of the 19 home runs he's allowed have come to lefties, and he's seen fewer at bats against lefties. So more home runs in less at bats seems bad to me.
Correct.
Devers crushes right-handed pitching. He's got the third best ISO rate in the entire MLB against righties, 12% barrel rate, 56% hard hit rate. And not only that, he's going up against a right-handed pitcher that loves to throw the four-seam fastball, which is what
Mm-hmm.
Rafael Devers crushes. I mean, Blanco throws a four-seam fastball 41% of the time. No matter what time frame you're looking at, the entire year, the last 2 weeks, the last month, Devers absolutely annihilates fastballs from right-handed pitching. And then the next pitch he's going to see is a changeup about 31% of the time. Well, Devers doesn't have a lot of home runs against the changeup. He does hit it for a high, like the exit velocity is very fast when he makes contact with the changeup. So he's just due to hit one off of a changeup, but he already hit one against the fastball. So really he could pull Corey Seager and hit two tonight.
Ooh. Yeah, Corey Seager kind of pissed me off last night because I'll be honest with you. I can't remember who was pitching. I think it was Ortiz, but Ortiz
Yeah.
gives up more homers to lefties than righties, but I still went with Adolis Garcia. I was trying to trick the AI guy at OddsJam, so there is that. But he always copies me. But yeah, I went with Adolis because I don't know why. I like Adolis. I'm a loyal guy. So that kind of burned me because when I saw 2-0, I was like, or whatever it was. I think it was a 2-run home run that the Rangers had 2 runs. I was like, yeah, let's see here. You know what I mean? Because it
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
way too early in the game. It was like, dude, Adolis has not been up yet. And yeah, it's 2. So I was like, that sucks. And then just to add extra insult to injury, having him hit the other one and like the home run account on Twitter when they say 2 and tonight, you're just like, shut up. You know, like we know we're all watching this. Like we know that's the second one. Like I mean,
you could just put the home run alert. You don't need to put 2 today.
Yeah, like you're kind of rubbing it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But all right, so that's 320. I don't know if you can see the screen. If you can, I've got the OddsJam.
Yep. 320.
what do you call this? The screen. So you basically just put in all your books so you can see. If you're betting home runs, don't be an idiot and just do it at one book. Like look to see what the market has, because sometimes you just see ones that are, it's like, but that one in particular, I'll bring it up. It's like he's 320 at FanDuel, but he's also 260 other places. What is that? 200?
280.
Okay, I was about to say, whoa. I can't see all that well. So I told you I was old. But yeah, so 280, 260 is a lot different than 320, especially over time. So there is that. I'm going to go with my first one, since you went with such a low number. I'm going to go Corbin Carroll. I got him at plus 800 or plus 850, I think, at Caesars. He's 800 pretty much everywhere. 900 at Fanatics. Here's the thing with Fanatics, not to be mean. I don't want to say anything mean about Fanatics, so I'm not going to say anything mean, but they had a profit boost. I got all excited. I went to bet it because he's plus 900. I put $50, and they were like, how about $13? I was like, dude, well, you can't give me a profit boost, give me a minimum or a maximum of 50 and then be like, yeah, no, your max is 13. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, tell me what my max is. I was like, yes, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like $50. Like, yes, like this is the greatest day of all time. And then it turned into like one of the worst days of all time, like for a second there.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you should be thankful that you can even bet $13 on Fanatics. I think I'm limited to like less than 5.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. They are quickly becoming the BetMGM of sports betting. And like I said, I'm not a professional. I do not bet, generally speaking, more than $100 on a bet. So the idea that you won't let me bet $50, like, dude, I drive a minivan. All right, I have 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like you won't take $50 from a guy who drives a minivan. Like, you're not a real sports book. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pathetic.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So, anyways, I did it at Caesars, whatever. Here's Corbin Carroll. I can't really tell you why I like it. I can show you though. And I'm over at Zeus Analytics right now. For those of you listening on Spotify, you can't see it, but just in your brain, you should picture Corbin Carroll's exit velocity log and just picture bright red. All right.
And red equals good.
It's basically a crime scene over there. It's like bad. So, well, bad for pitchers. He's back. I think he was hurt. We were talking about this yesterday. We weren't talking about him, but we were talking about injuries. Like, you just don't know. Like, you have no idea if these guys are hurt, if they're not hurt, like, because it's a long season. If you're them, you're not going to tell your manager, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the time, like, you have no idea. I think this guy's perfectly fine now. He is hitting the crap out of the ball. 101 exit velocity, 101 miles per hour, 107 miles per hour. The thing was, the 101 was a 388-foot flyout. So you guys that are looking at like just home runs, when you're like, oh, this guy's only hit 15 home runs this year, 388-foot flyout, that could have easily been a home run.
It's pretty good.
Here's a 389-foot flyout. He also had a 389-foot home run, just same game. So I mean, it depends on where in the park they're hitting it. But I mean, the point is, this guy's hitting the ball like very hard, and he's got, I believe, a dinger giver upper thrown
Cabrera,
to him.
yep.
It's Edward Cabrera. That's who it is. I tried to look him up at Plate IQ on Roto Grinders. It doesn't really tell you to take him, but it kind of does, because again, Corbin Carroll, I think something was wrong with him before. Like I'm telling you, I think he was hurt, but he was still playing. I don't think he's hurt anymore. And so when you look at past data, you're only going to see, the last, the current season. Well, that doesn't have great data in it. He is hitting the ball, though. He's getting a lot of barrels on changeups, which that Cabrera guy likes to throw quite a bit to lefties. The four-seam fastball is another one. Again, not too many barrels, but he is hitting it hard. I just think he's going to put one in the seats tonight at plus, what did I say he was? 800?
800.
I mean, that's crazy town. And the best part about it is this game's at like 640. So it, like early on, if you have work to do in later games, if not, you know what I mean? Like, so that's another good thing.
won't even have sat down for dinner yet, and you already hit plus 800.
Yeah, if you hit one already, that's going to be huge. All right, so the next guy, I'm going to go again, if you don't mind, Matt. I feel like I'm kind of spitting right now. You know what I mean? I don't want to break the flow. How about your guy, Ellie De La Cruz? He's a guy that I know you love to play a lot because you always get him right when you play him.
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember what you said, but I figured it was something like that probably. Yeah, he's another guy. If you go to OddsJam, you look at the screen there. He's 560 at FanDuel. When I took him earlier, he was, I believe, 650, 700. He was 800 earlier at Fanatics. I had the same thing. Same thing happened when I tried to bet him, so I hate them. Whatever. No hate in my heart though. Pinnacle has him at plus 517, which I thought was interesting to say the least, just because they are usually a little bit higher than everybody else, and they're just not. I don't know how sharp they are. I don't know if you have a take on that. I don't really know how sharp they are with home runs. I know they're a main market machine.
Yeah,
but when it comes to
I mean,
ding machine, I don't know.
It definitely doesn't hurt your point.
No, and that's why I made it. Yeah, I generally like to use data that solidifies my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I ignore any data that does not that goes against what I think is going to happen. It's been working for me.
9% ROI, right?
Yeah. Yep. 9%. That's another thing. What you do is whenever you get swept on dingers, what you do is you go to pick it and you look at what your ROI is.
And you say, all right, okay, we're good.
Okay, I'm back. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's tough. I'm going to go back to Zeus. Zeus is my king for right now for exit velocity numbers. I just love that site. I'm going to somehow get in on that site because this guy's good. Here's the thing with Ellie. Again, hitting the ball very hard. He had a 393-foot flyout last night. That sucks. 365-foot flyout. I mean, this guy's hitting the crap out of the ball. So we have that going for us. He grounded into a double play after hitting the ball 101 miles per hour the other day. Another double play, 107 miles per hour. This guy is he's smashing the ball. So again, when you look at his home run numbers, you're like, oh, not that impressive. But look at exit velocity, you're like, wow. If he just gets the launch angle right, he's good. I looked him up for the guy he's going against tonight. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, so I'm going to figure that out right now. I think it's Barrios.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
All right, so he's only seen him, I think, 3 times, 3 plate appearances. He's 0 for 2. So a lot of people would be like, yo, I'm out. Guess what, though? He averages 109 mile per hour exit velocity on those 2 balls that he hit against. So he's going to hit the ball very, very hard. And it's just a matter of launch angle. I think whenever you're talking about plus 600, plus 700s out there, plus 650s out there, like I'll take that. I mean, that's not for a guy again, like he's hitting 100+ mile per hour. Like, yeah, I'll definitely take that at plus 6 something. What you could do if you're wild and you want to get a little bit loose, which I did, was I parlayed him with Corbin Carroll. 50 gets you like $3,300. Maybe 40. I can't remember what it was. It was a lot of money. I was like, wow, like that's quite a bit of cash for 2 guys to hit a home run. So yeah, and then you take them both straight at $25 each, or quarter unit, whatever your unit is. No one unit shames around here. So if it's $1 is a quarter unit for you, then take them for $1. I think that's a sustainable way to bet home runs. What about you?
Yeah, well, I just want to say you're welcome, because I didn't bet him today, so he will hit a home run. Because if I had bet him, he wasn't going to hit a home run. So you're welcome, because that one's already hit. All right, so I'm going to go with another chalk play that we already talked about, but another guy that's pretty obviously going to hit a home run. That would be Corey Seager, the guy that we just talked about yesterday. A lot of people are going to say that he hit 2 home runs yesterday, and a lot of people think that means he can't hit a home run today. That's one of my least favorite things that people say, because he's done that before. He's done that before this year. So aside from the times that he does it, it could never happen.
Correct.
Yeah. 340. So I got him at 350. 340 is a little low for a home run, admittedly, but lefty hitter going up against a guy that loves giving up home runs to lefty hitters. This time it's Mitch Keller of the Pirates.
Baseball Mitch.
Yeah. So Keller's allowed 17 home runs on the season. 13 of those home runs have come to left-handed hitters. And he's seen basically the same number of at-bats between lefties and righties. So 13 of 17 is a high number. Seager just crushes right-handed pitching. He's hit 8 home runs in the last 4 weeks against righties, 15% barrel rate, 50% hard hit rate. Keller is also a four-seam fastball guy, throws them as his most frequent pitch. Seager, 4 of the 8 home runs that he's hit off righties in the past month have been off of four-seam fastballs. Everybody knows a fastball is a home run pitch. And then
Correct.
from there, we're looking at like curveballs, sinkers, cutters, rounding out 80% of Mitch Keller's pitch mix. Seager crushes those pitches as well. He hit 2 yesterday. He might hit 2 again today. We just need him to go for 1. And yeah, 340 is the best offer price at FanDuel. A little bit low for a home run, but it's because they know he's going to hit one.
That's true. That's what they do whenever they know he's going to hit one. They make the price real low.
Yeah.
Speaking of very low prices for stuff like that, people are all up in arms about the touchdown numbers that were released by DraftKings. Did you see that?
I didn't look at the numbers. I saw people were upset about them.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, it wasn't like this year or last year." I'm here to say, yes, it was. It is a horrible market. I wish they would help us out a little bit. Just throw us a bone, man. Like, 'cause you know we're idiots, and we're gonna bet Christian McCaffrey minus 140 one of these weeks. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Just come on, man. Like, make it. They make a rule. It can't be less than even money. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean? But they got like randos out there that are like plus 160. The guy's going to score 3 times all season. And they throw it out on the 20th, knowing that we don't have games, 15 days. So we got 2 weeks. And, everybody and their brother is going to be betting all these touchdown parlays that, they're getting not even close to what the value should be. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Yeah. I'll give advice to the people out there. Don't bet home run markets until all the books have odds out for it yet, because DraftKings being first to the market means they can price it at whatever they want and they don't have to worry about any other competition. So give it a little bit of time. I know we all want to bet home runs. Just feast on dingers until then.
Okay, do it. Same thing with touchdowns too, or just relax with touchdowns. I think we're on to something. I think we go receivers.
I'm in
yards. I think you can't do touchdowns anymore. They changed the game on us, Matt. They changed the game. But Matt, stop stalling, dude. You got another one.
Yeah, so I'm debating between 2. I know both of them are going to hit one. I'm going to go with a guy that you had yesterday. I'm going to go with Brent Rooker to hit a home run.
I love that.
Yeah, didn't hit a home run yesterday, but still been hitting the ball hard. He's got at least 2 hits in 4 of his last 6 games on Sunday. 2 hard hits, 1 barrel, just couldn't quite get it out of the ballpark. What I like about this one is the guy pitching for the Rays, Shane Baz. I think he's only made 6 starts this year, so it's not a huge sample size, but he hasn't given up a lot of home runs in his 6 starts. But when you look a little bit deeper into that, I think that's a little bit more due to luck than actually him being a good pitcher. His hard hit rate allowed 47.3%. That would be the worst in the MLB if you just extrapolated it out to all qualified pitchers. Average exit velocity allowed, 92.2 miles per hour. That would also be the worst in the MLB. And his launch angle at 17.1 degrees would be the 14th worst. So he's allowing batters to hit the ball hard, to hit the ball fast, and to put the ball in the air. To me, that seems like a guy that's going to start giving up a lot of home runs.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, not good. And I kind of feel the same way about Brent Rooker, who's due for some positive regression with home runs. He's not quite where he was a month ago, but you can't ask him to hit a home run every single day, just like you said yesterday. But the pitch mix lines up perfectly. I mean, like 90% of the time, he's going to see either a four-seam fastball or a slider. Crushes both four-seam fastballs and sliders, and it's a righty-on-righty matchup. So I'm not even looking at if he crushes sliders from a lefty. No, he crushes sliders from right-handed pitching. Crushes them all year. He's hit fastballs hard recently. So Rooker, I got him at 400 at FanDuel. Looks like, yeah, that's still the best offered price on him. Feels right after him not coming through yesterday. Everybody's going to be mad at him. We'll let him forgive him and let him come through for us tonight.
I do like that. He's one of my favorite players. So there is that. So I'm very biased when it comes to him, just because I'm like, yeah, he'll hit one. You know what I mean? Yeah. One of those guys.
Yeah.
But he just hits the ball hard, and I feel like he's always trying to hit a home run. It looks like Matt Olson, like a right-hand Matt Olson when he swings, where it's like it's going up, like towards the moon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good. That helps sometimes. All right. So I'm trying to think, what do I want to do? I think like you, I have two guys that I 100% know are going to hit home runs. So it makes it super difficult. One guy I told my friend Dash from Dub Club, he's going to the Orioles Mets game, and he said who's definitely going to hit a home run. And I was like, I'm glad you asked because it's clearly JD. But I'm not going to go with JD. I'm not. I'm going to go with a fan favorite around here. Hang on. The great Jake Burger. All right. He's got a lefty, doesn't he? I think he has Erod tonight. This is also in that same Corbin Carroll game. So if this is disastrous, you can just bet another game later because you'll have looks like actually we don't have that many West Coast games, but there's like 4 games that start after 9:40. So if you want to do the responsible thing and chase the hell out of your losses, then what you would want to do in that situation is just bet one of those. But I'll be honest with you, man. The 4-seam fastball from Erod is, I mean, I got to be honest with you, like Burger's definitely going to hit that thing over the fence. It's going to be a 4-seam fastball. Unlike Matt, I'm not going to tell you that he has this pitch mix. He's going to get one of these pitches. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a 4-seam fastball, and Burger is going to put it on the moon. Okay, probably the second at bat of the bottom of the first, which is also fun. So there's that. But he's plus 400 at FanDuel, which I think is like just crazy. Like that's irresponsible on their part. Like, remember how I was just bitching about DraftKings with the wild prices? This is the opposite of that. Like, this is like, what is this guy doing? If this is a publicly traded company, he's going to have to answer the shareholders because they're just giving away money at this point. It's a lefty. Burger just demolishes left-handed baseballs. I mean, look at this. The last time his bat touched one of those balls, 390 feet it landed away from where he hit it. It was off Manea, who doesn't even really give up home runs bad. But yeah, 104, 111. Again, this is all from Zeus. I'm not making this stuff up. You know what I mean? Like, look at this one. 102, that was a home run. 107, that was a home run. 102, that was a single. 106, that was a home run. 103, that was a home run. I could just keep scrolling down, but you know what I'm going to keep saying. I'm going to keep saying a very low 100 number, and I'm also say home run behind it. So I think Jake Burger definitely hits one. He is probably the play of the slate. If it was Dinger Tuesday, I would definitely have him, but it's not, so I'm not going to have him just to prove a point. But man, I feel pretty good about this. That's 6 legs, right?
Yeah, that's 6 legs, and it's 8 if you include your honorable mention. And if I could give an honorable mention, Juan Soto. If you could just do me a favor, pull him up on the OddsJam screen.
Yeah.
So I can show you what I'm looking at. He's the one that I took straight up on Caesars because this morning Caesars had him at plus 450 and FanDuel had him at plus 285.
Yeah, it's those prices still exist.
It's crazy.
I think it looks like BetOnline or Bovada has them at 300, and then the entire market is 400 or above.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Sorry, I had Zeus still up. I have it up. It's up now. Unless you're listening on Spotify or Apple. If you are, you should subscribe to this, by the way. And if you're not and you want to listen to them, go ahead and there's a link in the description. Just sub. Give us 5 stars, please. We need that. I was talking to a few people, and they all told me we need 5 stars. So do that, please. Thank you. Keep going, Matt.
No, I mean, the screen has everything I need to say. 280, and for the audio listeners, 285 on FanDuel, 450 on Caesars. Again, FanDuel knows they're going to hit a home run, so they're pricing a little bit lower. Caesars hasn't woken up yet. I think there might be West Coast time, maybe even Alaska time.
Probably sleeping.
They're still asleep, so they're leaving him up at 450. And I'll be brief. It's a lefty on lefty matchup, which is why we're getting Soto at 450, but he's actually really good against lefties, and he's good at hitting fastballs, which is what the guy throws on the Guardians that he's facing. So, and it's at Yankee Stadium, short right field. I know I said I was going to be brief, and then I just basically said all my notes, but sometimes when I'm talking home runs. I can't help
Yeah,
myself.
when you start spitting, dude, just go.
Yeah. So,
Just
anyways,
feel it, dude.
honorable mention Juan Soto, but yeah, he was. I mean, it's really 3A and 3B with my last two guys.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. I'm not, because Burger's definitely hitting one where JD, I'm really hoping he is, because I told Dash he would, and I'd feel bad if he did not. But
Yeah.
it's fine, dude. It happens. Like, we've all been disappointed before, but I do think JD hits one. The only thing is he hit one last night, and I know we just talked about how we hate how people do this, but here's the thing: JD, I don't think he's a back-to-back guy. Like, because there
It
are some
depends on
guys
the
that are.
batter.
I don't know that he gets hot like that. I think he just swings as hard as he can. It just happens. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think
Yeah.
that he's one of those guys that he's seeing the ball well. Like, I don't think he ever sees it well. I think he just swings the bat as hard as he can, and when he does hit it, it goes over the fence.
Yeah, just closes his eyes and swings.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like JD too, and that's actually a compliment. Although it might not sound like one. All right, so I think we've done all we can do here today. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say, and I really don't. We're gonna be back on. If you're listening to this, or I'm sorry, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're gonna be back here going through the other tools at OddsJam, the Positive EV tool. We're gonna see what the AI guy has to say about the parlay builder. He beat me again yesterday, Matt, but he really didn't, because he lost two.
Yeah. So
like no one won yesterday.
Sounds like you guys are down the same amount.
Yep, exactly. So there was that. So we're going to do that. That's going to be at 4 p.m. The chat in there is electric. So if you've never seen it before, you should come check that out. Matt, where are you going to be? Tell the people your Twitter, because you're going to need some more Twitter followers.
Yeah, appreciate that. My Twitter is at Jedi Modi. I believe Super Nigel has them, the links in the description of the video. So if you're interested in checking me out on Twitter, where all I do is talk about home runs, I call them dongs, you call them dingers. I think two great ways to call them. Yeah, Twitter at Jedi Modi. From there, you'll get everything that I do. But main thing is Twitter, and then I'll post Newsweek articles, I'll post YouTube videos. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Good luck tonight. Again, if you are listening on Spotify or Apple, thank you. If you're not and you want to, the link's in the description. Just go sub over there, dude. Help me out. They're gonna make fun of us at the lunch table. Again, if we don't have more subs, that just happens. That's just how people are. I don't take it personal at all. But we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.